Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Your host, the Raven, here, bringing you some more Path of Exile action. This time, rare map tier 8. This boss, he's crazy as heck. I fought a boss that uses his technique. His most powerful technique is summoning these ghost skulls. You rarely see it, but they're these tiny little skulls that sometimes a player will summon. And sometimes rarely a enemy will summon it, but he uses this skill, and you can't kill the ghosts. Like you can run through them, and you can like move away from them or whatever, but you can't kill them. The only way you can avoid them is by letting them dissipate. And he just has this crazy skill. Plus, he throws these spectral hammers. He's an insane boss. Whenever you take on a rare level boss, you have to get some practice in first. It's just to be on the safe side. You might have a great build. I mean, I'm not saying that you should be afraid, but if you can get some practice in, that's wise. If you happen to just get, like you're running with your homeboy or something, and he's like, "Hey man, let's do some mapping." You're like, "All right," and y'all happen to just encounter a rare boss you never fought before. You can be brave and help your friend. But if you can get some practice in first, it's best to do it. So anyway, map modifiers. Increase amount of magic monsters, increase amount of rare monsters. The rare monsters and magic monsters both have a special modifier, bloodline, and I forgot what the name of the other one, but each one has a special modifier that's super annoying. You really have to pay attention to it because they could do things like explode when they die. For massive elemental damage, or just explosive damage, which I don't think there's a way to block explosive damage. I think it's your armor, but it's explosive damage kicks a lot of ass, so you have to be careful. And you just have to pay attention to those mods, like it's the bloodline mod. So the rare monsters are especially dangerous. The magic monsters are especially dangerous. They all get a damage boost. Pack size, every mod that applies to monsters also applies to the boss. The boss is a monster, so that can be a common mistake when people are mapping. They can be like, "Oh, well, this is just the monsters are stronger." It doesn't say the boss is stronger. The boss is a monster, so if it counts for the monsters, it counts for him too. So that means increased damage, increase whatever things they have. It applies to the boss too. That makes him ultra dangerous because those skulls, like I say, they can't be killed. The magic monsters, like I hate guys that drop stuff automatically just because you're near them. There's two types of skills like that. The one you're witnessing now, Order of the Frozen Sky, and then the other one, Order of Stormcaller, and it's Stormcallers where lightning bolts constantly come down. It's so irritating, like man, and it can kill you. It can be deadly, and so you have to pay attention to all the monsters. You can't take it serious, or you can't be silly about it. You have to take it seriously, and that's what I like about Path of Exile. Whereas most games at this, at the end game stage, it's just grind for this, grind for that, but with Path of Exile, it's like I want to improve. I want to get better. I want to get stronger. I want to take on greater challenges, see crazier monsters. It's just you want to improve yourself. You just have the self motivation and not just like you're motivated by something else, mechanical. It comes with your motivation comes from within. Want to do well, versus motivation coming from without. You know what I mean? So I really enjoy that aspect of the game. And nuking these guys, you have to be careful. Like skeletons and stuff, and those human guys, those naked tribesmen, they don't, and zombies and things of that nature. The enemies, you can look, and at first the normal ones, it doesn't seem like there's too much of anything. But the problem is there's always a group of them because of the monster pack size mod. In a group of normals, they're nothing like if you're facing a one-on-one, but if they surprise you or they're mixed in with a rare monster, it has a bloodline mod, which is volatile, flame blood. They can, you can find yourself tripped up by them because, like, there'll be, especially when I go against a boss, there'll be plenty of times where I gotta get out of there. The boss is so powerful. I mean, if you just stand there taking hits, I mean, you get clobbered. You'll be dead. And I don't want to die. So, but while you're running, if you don't pay attention to the normal guys, you'll get caught by a bunch of someone shoot needles or some kind of crap like that, and you'll get caught, and boom, that'll be the end of you. So even the normal monsters, even though you can kind of mow them down, the more monsters, kind of more like cannon fodder stuff that you just kind of rip through with your skills. Like even they are important. So now here we have the boss, and see these green skulls. They explode when they get near you, and the only you can't kill him. Like at first, when I encountered him, I thought because they start to disappear. Like he'll have like 20 of them following you, and you start shooting at them. It seemed like they were going away. And at first, I thought because I was able to kill them, but no, it's just a timing thing. And either they blow up on you or they go away through time. So your skill against them is useless. So you have to really stay on your toes, especially for whatever if you don't have strong guard against the damage they do. And also another mod to this map is 40% reduced armor, and that counts a lot, especially if they do physical damage, which I suspect those spectral hammers he's throwing are physical damage. And this guy, he also has another ability too. It's like there's some bosses they just have they're just hard as hell. It's like damn it, every time you see one, you see it or encounter it. Like I was mapping with a friend uh last night, and we were doing Zana, and the end boss was this crazy double totem uh crazy boss, and like when you kill one, the other one absorbs his power. That seems like to be a popular thing to do, and it gets super strong, and it was an insane match. And it's like, and that boss, even one of them, I fought him one on one before, doing the mapping or whatever. But when you're with a friend, the damage is increased, the monster's strength is increased, and then there's two of them, and plus, to be honest, I was flying blind. I hadn't paid attention to the map modifiers, so it's like I didn't even know what they were capable of doing, but they were powerful, and we did win, but still, it's like every time you see that boss, it's like, damn it. And that's how this guy is. He's one of those bosses where it's like, great, you hate it when you run into him. It's like, you gotta beat him, you gotta whoop his butt, but, it's still a pain in the ass, to fight him, I'm teleporting around because, as a mage, as a spellcaster, I don't rely much on physical movement speed. I do put effort into it because you need a little bit of physical agility, but, I'm a magic caster, so I use lightning teleport to escape those things. There was parts, so sometimes where I was panicking a little bit because they do so much damage, and it is so, you can't count them. You think you can, you see a couple of them, but in actuality, you can't count them, but boom, there we go. And one thing about him, he gets possessed by a ghost, and that increases his power. I think if you get him half health, he gets possessed by a tormented spirit, and once he does that, everything, it seems like his damage doubles, the stuff he does doubles. It was just insane boss fight, and I'm so grateful to win it. It's really fun. And look at this junk. I need a better loot filter, I swear. Can't get the loot filter right, but I'm grateful for all the treasure, especially getting that rare helmet. I almost made a mistake and sold it, but I was like, let me double check before I actually sell all this stuff to the vendor. It's just something I need or want, and it was a good thing I did a double check because I needed that helmet, that legendary helmet. So, because if I wish I could wear it if I was you know what? I might save it. I do have a melee character. I think I saved it for him. Now that I think, now it's crossed my mind. So anyway, thank you for watching. I'm the host of Raven. Stay tuned for more action and have a great day.